Now, what is a measure index? Measure is a calculated field. Again, this is also calculated, and this is never the part of your original data which you have imported. So it is a calculated field in Power BI DEX. Example, total sales, total salaries, average quantity, and so on. So these are the examples. So basically, if you look at the examples, you will realize that these are the aggregations, or what? A single value, right? When we are finding out the average, we have the single value in hand, total sales, total salaries, single values in hand. Okay, so this is the observation we have. What else? Measures are created and displayed in report view or data view. So basically, whenever we would be creating the measures, nothing is getting changed at the back end in the tables. Same with calculated column also. Like whenever you are creating a calculated column, it will be only available in report view. If you go to Power Query editor and look at your original data, you will not find either calculated column or measure there. Measures you create yourself appear in the field list with a calculator icon, right? So I will show it to you practically. What is the icon of a measure, where it appears. You can name measures whatever you want. So you can customize the name of the measures and add them to a new or existing visualization, just like any other field. So you can plot your measures in the visuals. We will shortly discuss a demo. Then if I created a measure, for example, in FT table, can I move it to customer table? We will have a look at that as well. And we will also talk about, like, can we change the, calculated columns table also or not? So the question is, can we move a calculated column to another table as well? So we will talk about it. So let me move to basically Power BI screen where I can show you the demo. So this is the Power BI screen I have. Now I would be creating a new measure, but before that, there is another concept in the picture, which is quick measure. So what is the difference between new measure and quick measure? So I will explain both. Now, for example, I'm clicking on fact table, and I have already done new column capability in the previous video. Now click on quick measure. What happened? It is giving me a pop-up where I have a list of inbuilt formulas index. So these are 27 or 28 formulas which are inbuilt, right? Now, for example, I want to do some addition. So I selected addition function. Now it is asking me what is the base value, what is the value to add. So if you need to understand what does it mean by base value and value to add, you can put your cursor on this I, which will give you the information about the parameters. So the base value for the operation and the value you want to add to the base value. So it means if we want to do A plus B, so this is your A and this is your B. Now here I am getting my tables from where I can take the columns and perform the calculation. So I'm opening up my fact table. And for example, I want to add my profit and sales. So I have taken both and I said, okay. Now what happened? Now you can see that my profit plus sales has been created as a new field in fact table with a calculator sign. So this is a measure. So it is getting added to the table same way the calculated column is getting added. Now this is the one. Now it is not carrying any value. It is carrying a formula. If you are going to data tab, you will see there is nothing called profit plus sales, any column, because of course this is not a column, this is a formula. Now, for example, I am taking a matrix and I am taking customer ID and profit plus sales. So it is showing me for each and every customer ID, profit plus sales, right? So this is the measure. And this measure is dynamic. How this is dynamic? If in this table, instead of customer ID, I'm taking order ID, now it would be doing this calculation for each and every order ID. So basically this calculation totally depends upon what is the other parameter in the visual, right? If I'm taking customer ID, it is getting calculated for that. If I'm taking order ID, it is getting calculated for that. So basically this is dynamic, right? And it is carrying a formula and it is calculated whenever we are plotting a visual. Before that, it is just a formula, right? And this is your calculated column. Now, what is new measure? So I am clicking on fact table again, and I'm clicking on new measure. So now it will give me a formula bar. What is the difference in quick measure and new measure? Now, for example, we want a formula which is not there in the list of quick measures. What will you do? Then in that case, you can write down your own formula, right? So in that case, you will use new measure so that you get a formula bar and you can type whatever you want. Now, for example, I want to figure out total sales. So I'm saying total sales is equal to sum of sales. I closed the bracket and I said, okay, now I got one more major here, total sales, right? Now I'm taking a matrix, I am taking customer ID, and I am taking TS, total sales, right? But what is the difference? Like if I am taking another matrix here and I am taking customer ID and I'm taking sales instead of total sales, it is giving me the same results. Then what is the use of doing this sum explicitly in TS major? So basically, I will cover this point later on. There is some reason behind it, but this is called implicit measure and this is called explicit measure. Explicit, where we are using TS, implicit, where it is doing the sum automatically when we are taking sales column. So just understand the terminology as of now, right? Now I'm clicking on a quick measure or a measure, this one, and here you will see home table, right? If I'm changing this home table to customer, for example, what happened? Now this measure has moved to customer table, right? If I'm changing it back to FT table, it will come back to FT table. So you can change the table for a measure. Can we do the same for calculated column? So I'm clicking on the same. Now there is no home table concept, right? So your calculated column will remain where the columns are from which it has been calculated. If you are clicking on the customer table, you are clicking on new column and then you want to do sales minus profit. Can you do that? So try that out. Cost one is equal to sales. Now you will realize that you are not getting the columns of FT table here to perform the calculation of cost one in customer table. So this is another difference between calculated column and measure, right? So I hope you are clear with new column, quick measure, new measure, and what is left here, new table. We will talk about it in the coming sessions. One more thing I need to show to all of you, like if I am going to Power Query editor, then it makes no difference to the original data. Your fact table will retain as it is. Okay, so the source for my file has been changed. Let me update that. So I will go to data source settings. What happened here? Basically the source file, the Excel sheet from where I imported the data, probably I changed the path for that. So I will click on change source and I will give the new path. This is the sheet, Superstore data. I said open, okay, close, and they all will be fixed quickly, right? Like they have been fixed now. Now I am opening my fact table. You will realize there is no cost column, no measure, nothing. So when we say that measure and calculated column are making the changes at report level, it means nothing is getting changed in the original data. So this is called report view. Whenever we are clicking on this data tab, let it complete. So this is nothing, but this is your report view. This is not your original data, because here we can see our calculated column, sales bins. If you have taken the Power BI course, then probably you can understand what is this, right? So this is all about measures and how to move the measures from one table to another one, and how we cannot move the calculated columns from one table to another one.